Well, hey guys, it's Ian from SS8000 Cars, and today we're in the country. And we've got with us James and Harry, who have come with me to actually do something for the first time in 6 months.
It's been a while.
So we've been chatting about DB11, and the overall opinion is there is probably not a better car, a better looking car on the road.
No, well,
in production today.
This car is just all show and looks.
It is. Well, no, it has a fantastic engine.
Yeah, noise, but that's kind of comes under looks, if you know what I mean. It's show.
Well, no,
it's
I mean it goes.
Because you show off.
It goes though. I mean, you know, it is. If I could
How's it handling?
Well,
there we go.
Okay, we'll test the handling out soon. What I would say is very difficult to put the power down, all the power down, because unfortunately the back steps out the whole time, and that is in the dry. So Harry was saying you thought that it had a
savage LSD.
Yeah.
See, like when you go around the corners, you can see it's not really changing how much each wheel spins.
Right.
Especially like when you pull into the gravel where we are, you can see it's just skipping the outside wheel.
And what is that? Is that the limited slip differential itself that's causing it? And
it's like how much to obviously lock.
Right. And what's the advantage in terms of having it that way as opposed to allowing
more
extra
control when you lose rear end grip?
Right. Okay. Well,
but you at the same time it's more controllable than one wheel spinning.
But you're doing that in this car the whole time.
Not when you're going around a corner, because you need one wheel to go faster than the other.
That's the point of a LSD rather than like a welded diff or something.
Right.
So it doesn't lock up until it decides that it needs to lock up.
Then it's all. Right. Is it computerized?
Yeah, presumably.
I'm not sure. It's modern enough, so I presume so.
Well, they've been around for a while, so I assume
exactly.
it'd be computerized.
Let's assume that in this car it is computerized. And you know, the thing is that you have to be aware of the power in this car, because the 5.2 V12 twin turbo really shifts, but you sort of feel that the back end is fighting the whole time to put that power on the road. Now, one of the other things that James was chatting about, he quite likes the touch, almost like the mouse in the centre of the...
Well, it's very interactive, because obviously it's from Mercedes, so it's very, it's great. It's very easy to use. Yeah. Again, I'm not a fan of touchscreens while driving, but while you're stationary, it's great.
Yeah, well, I think all cars, I mean, the Panamera that we had recently was all touchscreen.
Yeah.
They all seem to have gone that way.
This is really awkward to read.
Yeah, they sort of...
It's just like, it's really uncomfortable for your hand. I really like the fact that they're kind of really easy to
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can get it nice and easy.
And I love the click. Listen to the click when you... That sound is just fantastic.
Nice click. I mean, slightly low rent leathers, I mean, as I said to the guys,
the car's kind of a bit of a hit and miss in its luxury area.
Yeah, I think
so
you're
this,
right.
for example, as you said, is a bit flimsy.
Yeah,
but I mean, like these are fantastic. And I actually like the wheel. I don't know what you mean by its. What do you mean by its leather's a bit off?
No, I don't mean the wheel's lovely. I'm talking about look at the leather over the top of this and the dash and stuff. No, the leather. If the leather was all the same as the steering wheel, it would be great. It would be great. And then I sort of felt I love the black piano wood until I go. It is wood apparently.
Is it? I know it's really
but it's sort of just feels like it's wafer thin, I think. I mean, that's the...
Now, the best part, though, is actually round here. Bring this back. In case you want to add some more bass while you're driving.
James likes the stereo system, the Bang & Olufsen top stereo. I think it's about $5,000 extra, producing probably 750 to 1,000 watts.
Jeez.
And it sounds fantastic.
No wonder
it does.
Such miles per gallon.
It's for drowning out the road noise, I think.
Also worth
No. Listen, compared to the Speciale and the 675 LT, it's quiet. And the thing is about this is, one of the things that you guys commented on was the noise that it made.
Following it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
genuinely, it sounds so good.
Harry's car goes from something which sounds absolutely beautiful to just very average.
Yeah.
After you rev this.
I tell you what the difference is. Harry's is a sort of an exquisite sound. It's finely honed. finely honed 6-cylinder engine performing at its peak. This is a brutal sound.
It sounds
you know,
really
sounds like it's going after the devil himself. I
the
think.
turbos don't really like mute it as much as you expect it to.
No,
no, that's true.
No, it's that's actually one of the most astonishing things about this car. I thought the twin turbos would make the sound much softer. I mean, I haven't been in a DB9 recently, so I can't be utterly sure, but it can't sound better than this.
Can I start it up?
Yeah.
Is that on?
So
Is the
foot on the
that's
brake.
on?
There you go.
In park.
Just. And that was the quiet one.
That's without revving it.
It has 2 startup modes, so if I switch that off again, if you tap it once, you got your foot on the brake.
Yeah, sorry.
Just tap it, and then off. It'll do it. Now that's the noisy one.
Yeah.
If you hold it down, it closes the valves.
That only went up to 2,500 revs as well. Think about it.
It's absolutely incredible noise that the car makes, and it's astonishingly good. Do you know, I never thought that I would actually hear an engine sound that was better than the Ferrari FF V12. I think this is at least as good as. Absolutely incredible.
Absolutely.
Isn't it amazing? It's absolutely. That's why I revved it at the traffic lights, because I thought you'll definitely hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone else heard it too, Dad.
They did.
It looks really good with the doors open, actually.
Do you see how the doors open upwards?
Yeah, they go up.
You'd buy this car just to drive slowly round and blip the throttle from time to time.
Yeah.
Forget that it doesn't actually need to do anything else. What I was going to say to you was, at the moment, for the journey down, I had it in Sport Plus. That significantly makes the engine noisier. If you put it into GT mode, which is its softest, because you've got the same as McLaren, you've got the suspension settings and the powertrain.
Yeah.
I leave the suspension settings in soft. Okay, having them hard on these sort of roads doesn't really help. The powertrain, if you put it from GT into Sport and then into Sport Plus, you get that rumble, and it is it's epic.
It crackles as well.
It does, doesn't it? I mean, it sometimes actually sounds like there's something broken down there because it's sort of crackling. It's just incredible. I just, and I sit in it and I listen to it. I say, actually, I don't care if they make this car in plastic.
Yeah.
It's all about the noise.
Yeah.
Now I know
And
I've criticised the interior a couple of times, guys. I will say that I know as an option you can get the high grade quality leather, which I think would transform the inside of the cabin. The only thing I would say is this is the launch edition, so it's probably 175 to 185,000. Should we be having low-grade leather in a car of that price?
Should you have to spec
it with nicer leather?
I'm going to be honest, actually, I think the interior of the Golf's a bit better, just around the leather areas, which are a bit tacky. I'm just being honest.
I was saying, the S3, it feels like S3 quality.
Actually,
interior.
you know what? I think the S3 was better. Sorry, just talking about the leather here. I'm not talking about the rest of any of this or the seats. But
The
like
leather
we're
on the
here.
seats of the S3 seemed to be a nicer grade.
Considering that's what, 35 grand.
Watch your head. I'm putting the window down. Have I put it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Compared to what?
But let's be honest, when you sit into that, it's definitely a lot more interesting.
So if you turn up, not bad for a car.
Look at that! No, put the camera to the back.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a serious stereo system. And then to turn it off, just press it, and we're gone.
Awesome. You want like a C2?
James has been in the car 5 minutes, guys, and he's already been taking bits off it. It's the reason with my cars I never leave it. Yeah, he's an engineer, but the thing is, he's not always that competent at putting them back. So I'd say rather than engineering, your trick of the trade is more, I don't know, demolition. Perhaps.
Oh, no, being back together there.
It's the crackles. You don't want to rev it too high because you don't get the crackles. You want to keep it like below 4.
Yeah. And it looks from the
Not as big as the FF.
not the engine, but look at the side.
Actually.
I think it's wider than the FF. It's just
So far back.
that's such a big bonnet.
Just the fact that it's the whole front of the car. Look how far back the engine starts. The engine starts about, I don't know, 25% through the front tyre.
Well, they're trying to keep it minimum.
And I was telling Harry, this is the new. One of the things they find with racing cars. Yeah, they're big on this. One of the things about racing cars, they have something called the Vulcan, which is their racing car, which they don't. It does not part of a racing circuit, but what it does is it does sort of, I don't know, it's for development and mule stuff. So what they found was you get front end lift by having enclosed arches, which most cars are. You know, look at Harry's, for example.
Yeah.
They're good. So what they did was they've had what they call the curlicue, and the curlicue provides the air goes through here, out here, and down the car, which I'll talk about in a second. Problem is, so does the dirt. Look at it.
Yeah. Look at the state of that and up
And
there.
you see, when you clean the car, you clean it with the bonnet closed. So clearly, you clean the bits, all the dirt on the sides of the car you clean off, but you don't go in here.
Yeah.
Right, I thought you might quite like this. Watch. Soft closed bonnet. Isn't that clever?
Yeah.